What are you afraid of? Me? I'm afraid of the dark. I've been afraid of the dark since I was a little girl, as long as I can remember. But the thing is, our fear shouldn't stop us from going out into the world, living life. That's what Jesus wants for us. This week, we enter into the story of Jesus' last night here on earth. He's up in the upper room with the disciples, and they've just shared the Last Supper, and he's washed their feet, and he's told them that he will only be with them a little bit longer. And confused, they ask him, where is he going? And he says, I'm going to my Father's house, where there are many dwelling places. Well, then Philip says, Lord, show us the Father, and we will be satisfied. And Jesus says, gracious Philip, have I been with you this long, and still you do not know me? You do not know that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me? And then Jesus says, I will ask the Father to send you an advocate, the Spirit of truth, who will be with you forever. And I tell you that forever does not mean in the life by and by after we die. No, that forever begins now. Jesus says, do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not let them be afraid. Why? Because God's Spirit is with us, is with you right now. As Paul writes in his letter to the Romans, it is the Spirit of God that claims us and calls us out of our fear, calls us into life with God. You see, when we cry, Abba, Father, it is God's Spirit that is bearing witness in us. Our faith that Jesus is Lord, that God created all things, and that the Holy Spirit is with us, moving and breathing within us. That is the gift of freedom in our lives today. Freedom from fear, freedom from anything that is holding you back from the joy and the peace that God intends for your life. This week we will confirm 18 young people at our 9:15 service. They will stand up and confess before the assembly that they believe in Jesus Christ. And my prayer for them and for each and every one of you is that you feel God's Spirit holding you through whatever life's challenges are before you, calling you out of your fear, calling you into that life with God. Have courage, for you are a child of God. You are not alone. Do not be afraid. I look forward to seeing you in worship.